perfect green ball, beautiful emerald green, emitting green light. Wow, this is a great story. It's almost it's a story that most people don't believe when I tell them, but wow, what a great story. Anyway, I must have been, I'm going to say I was about 12 years old. It's interesting, my best friend at the time, his last name was the same as mine. His last name was, well, almost the same. My last name is Foulk, which is F-O-U-L-K, and my best friend at the time I was hanging out with, one of my three closest friends, his name was Chris Faulk, F-A-U-L-K. And anyway, one day we were lying in his backyard. Oh, by the way, this was in Texas. This would have been like probably my 7th grade year of junior high school. And oh God, there's so many unbelievable stories during this time of my life. And to start with, this one is just, don't ask me why, but it's just so incredible. I'd love to share it with people. Anyway, the story that I'm about to tell you is completely true. I am not exaggerating in any way, shape, or form. I'm giving you the exact facts and information, exactly how I saw it, and what I sensed, what was spoken by me and the other witness, Chris Faulk, which by the way, if anyone can find this gentleman and would like to prove this story, it would be great. I haven't been able to track him down yet, but with the information highway the way it is today, I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, so I get to the story. So it was a really beautifully clear night, like pretty much every night in Texas was, and we were lying on top of a green transformer. The large boxes that were throughout cities, you've probably seen them. They either hold, power cables or telephone cables or something of that nature, but we were both on top, laying on this box and looking straight up into the stars, and we were talking about, just how many stars there was in the sky and how interesting it was, and about space and, different things. And the next thing you know, now mind you, we're both laying flat on our backs, side by side, and we're looking straight up into the heavenlies. And the next thing we know, we hear this noise, and it sounded pretty much like this. Well, next thing we know, everything starts glowing green, and we saw, the only way for me to describe it would be, it was a giant green crystal orb made out of glass. It was approximately 5 times the size of the moon, and it began to enter the Earth's atmosphere coming from directly behind us. So over, I guess, our peripheral vision from, our forehead. Anyway, so as we hear this noise and it's getting louder, we see this giant, the only way to describe it would be, it was a giant planet. It had no tail. It was a perfect green ball, beautiful emerald green, emitting green light evenly in all directions coming out of it. And it continued to travel into and across and through the atmosphere of the Earth. We watched it enter and travel, like I said, across and through.
Oh, really?
It took approximately maybe 6 to 7 seconds.
You sound like my brother fucking really fucked.
And to leave. Like I said, it had no tail. This thing was not a meteor. For those of you that aren't familiar with the phenomenon, it's pretty much exactly what I just told you it was. It was a planet, it was made of glass, and it emitted green light in all directions. It was so bright, I even remembered glancing down for just a nanosecond, a brief moment, and looking at the wooden fence that separated his yard from the neighbor's yard, and I could see the green light refracting off of the fence. Anyway, the next thing that happened, of course, in both of our brains is, how in the world did I just see what I just saw?
Watching it.
Without knowing it, we both turned now remember, we're both laying on our backs, flat, looking straight up. We both turned our heads side to side, looking straight at each other, and in unison at the same time, we both said this phrase, "Oh my God, did you just see what I just..." And as we got to the word "just," the second word, we both realized that we had seen the same thing, and immediately jumped up and started screaming, "Oh my God, what was it? I can't believe it, what the hell just happened, yada yada blah blah." I mean, we were freaked out, man, for like 15-20 minutes. I don't remember what happened after that. I don't remember who we told or where we went. A lot of missing time after that. I'm not going to say or jump to conclusions what happened, but I do know that we saw what we saw.
Son of a bitch! Dude, I think that worked.